Hi, Gil from Testing Gil here. When I talk to everyone about testing, anyone who's have a bit of experience with it, the first thing that pops into their mind is functionality. Does it, whatever it is, an API, a function, or a button, does it work? Does it do what I expect it to do? But you know what's missing? Am I allowed to do it? Would you trust me with this button? I'm not sure you would. But we can test that too. Let's look at an example. In our bigger, better bookstore, we have an API that helps us add a review to a book. But does it work? Sure, we add a review, we check the result. Here's a test that proves it. Okay, but is that always true? Can anyone add a review? Of course not, we're not going to give this power to everyone. So we use an access token for authentication. Here is the updated test. Everything's cool, right? Assuming that the rules don't change, a registered user can always add a review. But always is such a mighty long time. Would this test always pass? Our token, it's got a life of its own. It will expire at some point. And then the test would fail. Remember, we want the test to pass for the right reason, and we want them to fail for the right reason. And that expired token is not the right kind of reason. So let's write down our expectations the right way. Here's a test that checks behavior for an expired token. For an expired token, we expect a 401, unauthorized error. And again, this one should pass for the right reason. But expired tokens are just part of the authentication cake. Here's another slice. This test, which looks almost like its sibling, checks the same behavior, but for a revoked token. Revoked tokens are not expired tokens, but the door is not open for them. No review for you. Are we done yet? Nope. Expired tokens can be refreshed. When you use a refresh token, you get back a refreshed access token and a new refresh token, just in case. And again, all this is done through the authorization server. Now, do we need to test the process of refreshing the tokens? Let's look at the test again. Refreshing tokens is a process you go through with the authorization server, which usually is different than the functional server we're testing. In our test, just called the functional server. So let's assume we do a refresh. We'd get a new, some may say fresh, access token. We'll give it to the test, and test will continue to check the behavior. You see, our test doesn't need to change, but something else might. Our test suite includes the parts that do the token management, before the tests actually use them. The suite might cache tokens, use them and reuse them, and maybe refresh them if needed. The software principle of separation of concerns helps us here. The tests are separate than the actual token management, which helps maintain both code bases differently. But that means that the test suite might need some testing of itself. Okay, let's summarize. 1. Learn authentication processes. This is not a luxury anymore. 2. Test behavior with the right authentication process. And 3. Separate the code of the functional tests from the token management. Keep tests simple and understand why they should pass or fail. My API testing masterclass, the Tactician, is coming soon. This one goes deep into how to write tests, design them, and manage them. Plus a whole lot more, like authentication. Link below. Now I want to hear from you. Tell me about cases where your test suite played mind tricks on you. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share it, and watch other videos on this channel. Until next time, bye-bye.